Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode of bonkers.ie TV, where we're all about smarter money and keeping you updated on everything that's happening in the world of personal finance and consumer affairs. I'm Dara.
And I'm Robin.
And this week we're going to be talking to you about the PSO levy, which is going down, the carbon levy, which might be going up, gas prices, which might unfortunately also be going up, and also some energy deals that we have at bonkers.ie that might help you beat some of those increasing prices.
So let's kick things off by looking at the PSO levy. So some great news came in this week in that it went down, but the question is, what is it and why is it going down? So Derek, can you take us through that?
Yeah, so the PSO levy stands for the Public Service Obligation Levy, and it's a levy that is applied to electricity bills. So it's not applied to gas bills, but only electricity bills. And basically the levy, which was introduced in 2010, it is there to support the renewable energy sector in Ireland. So as we know, the generation of renewable energy is really, really important. It's important for the environment. It's also important as well that we produce more renewable energy to meet our climate change targets, and hopefully as well in the years to come it might lead to slightly lower energy bills as we have less of a dependency on fossil fuels. But unfortunately at the moment renewable energy is actually a little bit more expensive to produce than non-renewable energy. So for this reason, the industry needs to be supported, and the renewable energy sector, the price needs a subsidy, I guess. So that's why the PSO levy was brought in. Now, at the moment, or up until recently, till last year, the PSO levy was just over €100 a year. So that added, obviously, a fair chunk to people's electricity bills. But the great news is that from the 1st of October until the 30th of September 2019, the CRU announced that the PSO levy was being reduced by 56%. So people will see that reduction in their bills, which is absolutely great news.
So what does that bring it down to, the annual total then? Yeah,
so the annual total is going down to, including VAT, it's going down to just over €47 a year. So obviously then that works out at around €4, just under €4 per month. And like I said, that used to be over €100. So it's not a bad reduction, and it's certainly a positive in a time of rising energy prices.
Yes, it's definitely something nice to see after we saw that volley of price hikes over the summer. So we've also been getting a lot of questions about the carbon tax, which might be going up in next week's budget. So what's the carbon tax?
Yeah, so we get a lot of questions about this as well, as a lot of people get confused between the two. So like we said, the PSO levy applies to electricity bills, but the carbon tax or the carbon levy applies to gas bills. Now it applies, I suppose you could call it the dirt tax or the polluter tax. It was brought in a few years ago, I think it was in 2014, and it's a tax on all fossil fuels. So it's a tax on gas, it's a tax on petrol, it's a tax on diesel, it's also a tax on things like coal and briquettes. Now at the moment it is levied at a rate of €20 per CO2 or per tonne of CO2 emissions. Now what that means is that it adds around €46 or €47 to the average gas bill. It adds, I think, around 1 or 2 cents to a litre of petrol as well.
So it affects you in different ways.
It affects you in different ways, but the metric that they use is depending on how much CO2 emissions per tonne, that's what it is. So at the moment, like I said, it's €20, and that potentially in next week's budget could go up to €25. Now what that means is you could add an extra 25% on to the annual charge. So at the moment, I said it's around €46 to the average gas bill. So if that goes up by 25%, you could add an extra maybe €10 or €15 to the average gas bill. But there are some people who think that the Minister for Finance might actually increase it to €30, which means that you'd be adding around €20 to €25 a year to the average gas bill. So on the one hand, we have the PSO levy bringing electricity bills down. We could have the carbon levy bringing gas bills up. So it's kind of like,
will it even out?
They are kind of a little bit, unfortunately. And also the carbon tax as well, like I said, will add a little bit extra to diesel and petrol as well, irrespective of any other price increases that the Minister might announce. But that's something that we'll know next week, obviously. So people can tune in then. So some good news, but also some bad news. But also as well, with the carbon tax going up and that increasing gas prices and gas bills, we also saw Flogas, of course, increase prices earlier on this month. So what happened there, Robin?
So last week, Flogas, they announced their third price increase within the last 12 months, which is kind of unprecedented. We don't normally see price increases so close together. So this month, just last Thursday, they announced a price increase of 9.8%, which is going to take effect from November. So that comes on top of the price increase that they had just in August of another 12.8%. And then last December, they also increased by 3.3%. So altogether, with all of those price hikes taken into account, if you were a customer with them this time last year, now you will be paying an average of an extra €190 on your bill from the 1st of November.
Yeah.
So it's quite a steep. Yeah. Now they are quite small in that they only have about 5% of the gas market, but again, it's not looking good. I mean, if they've decided to increase again, it looks like they might, like that other companies might follow suit.
And that's something that a lot of people have been asking. So Angela in Limerick was in contact, like a lot of people as well, earlier on this week, and she was asking whether we think other energy suppliers are going to follow suit. Is that what we think?
Yeah, we think it might be likely, just because the reason that all of the gas and electricity suppliers gave for all of their price hikes over the summer was due to rising wholesale gas prices. And this is the same reason that Flogas have cited once again, and those prices year on year, the wholesale gas prices are up 55%.
Wow.
So it's likely that we're going to see more.
So it's a huge increase. So I guess if gas prices are up 55% year on year, but Flogas only increase prices. But you don't need to be a mathematician to work out that potentially there could be other increases on the way. So when people, as in a time of rising energy prices, we always say that people should switch. Is that still the advice? And is there any good deals out there at the moment for customers? Yep,
the advice is definitely still to switch, even though, if you're seeing price increases from all of them. The great thing is when you switch, you will get a significant discount for signing up with a new company, and that discount will last you for the entirety of your year contract. So for instance, Gáis Energy, they actually launched a great new offer last week, which you can get exclusively through bonkers.ie. So if you're looking for electricity only, they'll give you 24% off of your electricity for an entire year. So even if their prices, if they come out with some price increases in the next month or two, you're still going to get a 24% discount off of that standard price for an entire year. And then also, if you're going for dual fuel, they will give you 21% off of electricity and 21% off of gas. So it's a good deal. It's a good deal. It's exclusively available through us. You won't find it anywhere else online. But also keep in mind that that is the lowest, certainly from Gáis, it might not be the best deal for you specifically, and make sure that you're going to that you compare against all the other suppliers on the market. There are 10 in total, so you might find better offer somewhere else.
I guess. And so a question a lot of people might be asking is, is that Gáis deal available to existing Gáis customers?
Unfortunately, it's not available to existing customers, only new customers. But as I said, all of the suppliers are offering significant discounts to any new customers. So even if you're already with Gáis, you'll more than likely find a good deal with someone else
Okay, that's great. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. So thanks for watching, guys. Join us next week, where we'll be talking about everything that's happened in Budget 2019. So hopefully it'll be predominantly good news and not bad news. But as you saw with the carbon tax, that may not be the case. As always, if you want any more information, just head over to our blog, contact us on social media, and feel free to comment below. So thanks for watching, and see you again next week.